Do 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 do. Anyway, you guys know the Terminator, right? This is my totally awesome Terminator toy. Why is he holding the body of Ultron? Well, because I bought the Wasp, but she's like the only character in the series that I got. So anyway, Ultron being torn apart by a T-800. Come with me if you want to live. Guys, what we're going to do now is we're going to talk about the Terminators. Welcome to Comic Book University. Now, more specifically, what we're going to do is we're going to talk about the T-800 series. This is the Cyberdyne Model Systems 101. There have been several models of the Terminator. In the very first Terminator, you heard Kyle Reese talking about the HKs, the Hunter Killers, which came before it. And in the other Terminator movies, you've seen, which one was it? 3. Not as bad as everybody likes to think that it is. I actually kind of enjoyed it. But the idea is that they showed several different versions of Terminators. But the most popular is the first one, the Arnold Schwarzenegger, the Governator version. Better, he does it a little bit better than I do it. But anyway, the point is that this is the Terminator with which we are going to speak of today. Now, the T-800 is a type of Terminator produced by Skynet. It's the first cybernetic organism, living tissue over a hyperalloy skeleton. It's the first infiltrator combat unit. All other units before it were just purely combat units. Case in point, the HKs, or Hunter Killers, which they could spot easily with its rubber skin. But this new model, it breathes, it bleeds, it sweats, bad breath, everything. And it was a true infiltrator unit, capable of the exact same combat abilities of the HKs. Its CPU was a neural net processor, and its power source were 2 hydrogen fuel cells with 120 years each. Height, 6'2". Weight, 380 pounds. Now, the endoskeleton itself was made out of a 0.5% of coltan alloy for heat resistance. The T-600s were made of titanium alloy. This was explained in the Sarah Connor Chronicles, the 2-season television series, which never should have been discontinued, except it did have Brian Austin Green in it. Yeah, screw it, get rid of that stupid series. Now, the endoskeleton is a microprocessor-controlled, triple-armored hyperalloy chassis constructed with frictionless bearings in its joints. The armor had axial drive motors and clavicular trailing links, allowing for superior mobility and speeds of up to 22 miles per hour without structural damage. The endoskeleton of the T-800 was 20% lighter and 40% more durable than the T-600 series. Small caliber weapons are no problem. Even grenades could potentially be shrugged off if not detonated at the right moment. The neural net processor made it a learning computer. Internal inertia dampeners allowed for high-impact damage to not necessarily destroy the internal computers. And of course, there was a self-repair system nonetheless, just in case. While the T-800s were usually in read-only mode, the processor can be set to read-write mode, thereby accelerating learning and adaptability. However, long periods in the field, especially undercover and infiltrating, can cause a self-aware model to sympathize and even change sides to the resistance, aka the humans. Now, the T-800s were not without their own weaknesses. As shown in the third movie, they have very dangerous power sources, and they are easily hacked. Also, in all versions, they've been shown to be detectable by dogs. Its greatest strength, however, had to have been its adaptability. This was a learning machine. It adapts to human behavior through observation, interaction, and questioning, sometimes under torture. The combat and weaponry skills were Skynet programmed. They were better than Matrix style. With the Matrix, you get booted in whenever you ask for something. With the T-800s, They were always there. They always had the ability to relink up with Skynet, and they knew everything that all the other Terminators knew as well. The instant communications. Its basic subroutines were voice mimicry, group infiltration, basic psychology, and human anatomy. This made for a more effective killer. Its weapon of choice was the M27 phased plasma rifle in a 48-watt range. Had bullpup configuration and was way too heavy for humans. Guys, that concludes my rundown of the T-800 model Terminator, Cyberdyne Systems Model 101. A great killing machine, but also capable of learning emotions as well. Couldn't necessarily react to the emotions in a human way. I know now why you cry, but it's something I can never do. But the idea was that it could learn. It learned us. It could act as a better us. He was a better surrogate father to John Connor than he ever would have had. And the idea is that it was actually a potentially lovable character. Come on. Come on. Who didn't cry or get choked up just a little bit when it was falling into that lava pit? Guys, this has been another class of Comic Book University. Dismissed.